Hi, this is Null Inquisitor. Today will be a tag video. François Letarte from GDRD30 tagged me, so I'm going to oblige. And these videos are fun to do just because of their they obligate you to commit to investigate your own taste and preference and to do a community video. So the question will be in the description below the clip. So first question is, what is the first system you've played? This is relatively easy. I've did some role play with a board game called HeroQuest. I set there was this empty map that came with the book, and so you could draw your own dungeons. And of course, after playing the whole set several times, I started to design my own dungeons. So this would be my first role-playing game, but the real first one would be just behind me. The French version of Superhero basic set. I still have the box and the dice that went with it. So yeah, those are my first game. The first proper RPG would be Marvel Superhero. Second question, what was your first character? It was in an AD&D 2nd edition game. His name was Septien. He was a grey elf, master thief, and basically made him a sorcerer. Number 3, what's your favorite system? That's Mutants and Mastermind for supers and GURPS for everything else. Honorable mention, 7C, because this game's rocks. Number 4, favorite character you've played? PC for player or NPC for GM? Favorite PC I've played recently, maybe Daredevil. I've played him quite a few times, and I started to very enjoy this character. NPC would be Nolan Rash. He was a high priest of a sect of the follower of Seth in our Vampire New York game, and I pretty much name this channel after him. So yeah, I could do a video about him in full details, why he was so awesome. Number 5, the least character you've played. Probably a Scald in a Pathfinder game. I remember nothing of it, and I just found a character sheet the other day, and I remembered, oh yeah, I played this dude, but I remember absolutely nothing about it. Favorite world. Number 6, what's your favorite world? Well, there's too many, of course. Marvel, DC, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, name it. There is so much, but if I had to choose, let's say I will just focus on settings that were made to play RPGs. That would be Thea, the world of 7C, and Freedom City, the world of created for Mutants and Mastermind since 1st edition. This is such a good amalgam of DC and Marvel, and it's different, so I like it. Number 7, what's your favorite dice? D6. They're classic dice, everyone has them, and if you're using them in a specific way, 3d6, they're hiding a sophisticated mathematical elegance to it. So yeah. Number 8, miniatures or theater of the mind. Both. Depends on the game, depends on the scene, and I'm an artist, so if I do need visuals, I can do it. So it's not an handicap that I have. Number 9, worst critical glitch or failure in a game. Um, Losing my swashbuckler character because the GM designed a Uber martial artist Penjaxilet master who basically disarmed my character, grappled him, and choked him to death. Yeah, that one. And I had the honorable mention too. Playing in a GURPS fantasy game and being in the shadow of a GM PC, a draconic emissary. That pisses me off even still today. um, Another one, playing in Star Wars a B-wing pilot who crashed his ship into the ocean because of damage and such, and he was not from an aquatic race after all, and I drowned. So, yay, Star Wars. People who know me know that I didn't have good experiences with the D6 system. I'm trying to make amends and learn it the right way, but that is in the hands of a specific type of GM. It doesn't gel with me. So then best or favorite critical success in a game. As a PC, I played one of my NPCs, but the game was run by a friend of mine. The character was named Breakout. She was a cop, and she had a secret life. She was a superhero, a member of a team called the Elite. And just because she plowed through waves and waves of minions with her Filipino sticks, and she just, I love that shit. I was not the strongest or the most powerful character in the group by far, but the minions were my playground, so I dispatched the minions, and it was really fun. It was like Batman, actually, so that's pretty good. But as a as a GM, my favorite success, I have many, but I have one that I'm quite fond of. It's the killing of Elspeth Black of Riddleport in our first long-running Pathfinder game. Um, they were fighting this Naga creature, and this character Elsbeth was a cleric of Shelyn, the goddess of beauty and art and love and romance. And for some reason, she just charged the creature, trying to do some damage, maybe. And this creature, what was her name? And she had this long glaive, and of course she had an attack of opportunity, and she just crit and impaled the poor cleric, and and mainly because it had an impact on the group, and the group started to be very emotive about it, very like emotional about it, and they are started to charge, and they just destroyed this monster, and then they cried, and then they were like, oh man, that was a great scene, but it all came with this critical success that I enforced, that I inflicted on my players. Number 11, favorite class or type of character to play. Characters that emphasize stealth, martial arts, detective skills, occult skills, or those kinds of things. Not spellcasting per se, more like investigator. Or number 10, least favorite character type to play. Basically a background character. If I'm not part of the action, if I'm not part of the scene, if I'm not in a game that feels like an episode of Firefly, where everyone is important, yeah, not for me. Number 13, one system or setting you've never played but want to. System would be Cortex Plus, just because I never tried it. And setting would be Blue Planet. Number 14. If you were to create yourself as a character, what would your class be? If I were a real character, I would be a 25-point character in GURPS, or a commoner in Pathfinder or D&D. If I were to design a fantasy version of myself, well, I would be a power level 8 superhero in Mutants and Mastermind, probably. And 15, who are you going to tag? Well, everyone that I know has been already tagged. So I'm gonna throw a stone and see where it goes. Our winter buddy Wintersome in the Great North. It's been a while since we've heard about him. Mr. Mephisto, get back to it, man. Maybe Runeslinger. Surely somebody tagged him. And GDRD30, yeah, he tagged me in the first place, but I would challenge him to do the game in French for his French audience. So, throwing back the ball at you, Francois. Thanks for watching.